Edo State governorship election. Ayatollah defeated his closest rival Abola Yaji of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), securing a total of 366,781 votes to Ajayi's 1,017,845 vote. The APC claimed victory in 18 local government areas of the state. Now the Labour Party and the Zenith Labour Party polled a total of 1,162 had 2,692 votes respectively. The results were announced by the collation officer Professor Olayemi at the Annex State headquarters in Akure. And our President Bola Tinubu has met with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the presidential villa, Abuja. The Indian Prime Minister, who is on a state visit, arrived in Nigeria earlier this morning. Modi's visit to Nigeria will be the first by an Indian Prime Minister since Dr. Mahmoud Singh state visited in 2007, when the two nations established a strategic partnership. President Tinubu and the Prime Minister Modi will seek to strengthen Nigeria's and India's ties further during their bilateral discussions. Now, in the meantime, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has conferred the Grand Commander of the Order of Niger (GCON) honor on the Indian Prime Minister Modi. President honored the Indian Prime Minister at the ongoing meeting at the presidential villa in Abuja. The meeting is part of the activities marking the state visit of the Prime Minister. Earlier, President Tinubu welcomed the Indian leader with the Indian anthem, which was followed by a guard of honor mounted by the Brigade of Guards. They also rendered the Nigerian anthem and led the visiting leader in inspection of the mounted parade. Now, away from that, Ambassador Olufemi, a Southwest chieftain of the new Nigerian People's Party, has alleged that the local government election conducted in Ogun State on Saturday was marred by malpractice, delays, and voter disfranchisement. Ajadi described the election as a sham, emphasizing that the result announced by the Ogun State Independent Electoral Commission could not reflect the will of the people. Speaking to journalists in the state's capital, Abeokuta, he accused the commission of bias and collusion with the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC). Now, the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has ordered the National Broadcasting Commission (NBC) to stop using the NBC Act of the Nigerian Broadcasting Code to impose fines and threaten to impose sanctions, harass and intimidate the broadcast stations and other independent media houses in the country. The courts declared that the Commission and its agents lack the legal power and authority to impose penalty unlawfully and unilaterally, including fines, suspension, withdrawal of license, or any form of punishment whatsoever on the independent media houses for promoting access to diverse information on issues of public importance. The judgment was delivered in June by Honorable Justice Nicholas Owebi following a lawsuit brought by the Socio-Economic Right and Accountability Project and the Center for Journalism Innovation and Development. A certified true copy of the judgment was obtained last Friday. Vice President Kashim Shettima says President Bola Tinubu is determined to change the fortunes of Nigeria regardless of the challenges confronting the country. The Vice President said this in Abuja at the one-day retreat for presidential heads and heads of units in his office. He noted that the nation's economy is in the path of growth on account of President Tinubu's policies and determination to transform the economy for all Nigerians. Shettima also urged all the heads in the presidency to synergize more and work harder in helping the president to deliver on his mandate. And now, Nigeria's representative Chidinma Adesina finished as the first runner-up at the 73rd Miss Universe competition held in Mexico. The final moments of the prestigious event at the arena in Mexico City announced early Sunday morning saw an electrifying face-off between Nigeria and Denmark as the two women stood poised to claim the crown. The competition described as one of the most thrilling in recent years celebrated the talent, intelligence, and eloquence of women from around the globe. Meanwhile, Adesina's exceptional performance and grace and how express admiration from judges and audiences alike. Now, the chief imam of Mina in Niger State, Sheikh Isa Ibrahim, is dead. Afari, who served as the chief imam of Mina for over 2 decades, died at the IBB Specialist Hospital Mina on Saturday night. Niger State Governor Mohamed Umar Bago has expressed grief over the death. The governor, in a statement by its chief press secretary Abologi Ibrahim, described the death of Sheikh Afari as a sad loss to the state and entire Muslim community. He acknowledged that the late chief imam was a humble and peace ambassador who always preached love and togetherness to people. Around the Court of Appeal in Abuja sacked the Musili Akinsaja, also known as MC Olumobo, as the president of the National Union of Road Transport Workers. A three-member panel of justice led by Ahmad Bakar affirmed the March 11, 2024 judgment of the National Industrial Court, which affirmed Tajuddin Baruwa as the union's president. Anajim Yassin Tajuddin and some other persons who claimed to be the union's leader had filed an appeal to challenge the industrial court decision to recognize Baruwa as the president. However, in the judgment delivered on November 8, the appellate court dismissed the appeal and awarded the sum of 100,000 against the appellant. And now the Nigerian Navy of the Oguta Naval Base has brought the healthcare services to Oso border community in Oguta local government area of Imo State. Our correspondent Amar Chibe has more details.
This is St. Michael's Secondary School in Oguta local government area of Imo State, the venue of the medical outreach put together by Nigerian Navy to provide critical health services to the community. The commander of Oguta Naval Base, Mohammed Bashiru, represented by Okeme Anthony, executive officer, says the outreach is not just about medical checkups, but focuses on building trust with the community.
In line with the Nigerian Navy's mandate and the vision of the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral E.I. Ogala, the Naval Base Oguta organized this medical outreach to improve a better working relationship with the good people of Oswobodo community here in Imo State, as well as also enhance our corporate social responsibility in our host community. For the past 3 years, and in these 3 years, the relationship has been very good.
The traditional ruler of the community, Alphonsus Uzoma, and the principal of St. Michael's Secondary School, Oguta, thanked the Nigerian Navy for the kind gesture.
I thank the government and the Naval people for this giant gesture, for the hate of the people. People say hate is wealth, so we are happy. And I think that they say let it be annual, so that the hate of the people will improve.
Impressed, and they pray that they continue to repeat this almost every time. I'm highly impressed.
Highlights of the event include health education, seizing on body care and preventive health, as well as screening for blood pressure and blood sugar levels. The Nigerian Navy team also distributed insecticide-treated nets, free medication, and provided medical consultations. The Nigerian Navy Oguta Naval Base has not only extended a hand in protecting our nation's waters, but has also demonstrated a commitment to the health and well-being of Oswobodo community. From Oswobodo community in Oguta local government area of Imo State, Amarachi Ibe reporting for Global TV News.
Now, the Kogi State government has approved a sum of 8 billion naira for infrastructural development at the newly established Kogi State University, Kaba. The State Commissioner for Education revealed that the State Governor Ahmed Udodo approved during an interview in Lokoja. Other funds will be allocated for the construction of critical facilities at the university, including the Senate building and the Faculty of Science and Male and Female hostels. You're watching the News Express on Global Television, coming to you from the nation's capital, Abuja. When News Express returns, federal government warns investors to tackle food insecurity in the country. We'll bring you details of these as well as foreign and sports stories after the short break. Please stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. And now to business. For the rest of the news, the federal government says it is seeking the collaboration of the private sector to help address the country's agricultural production challenges. The Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Mohamed Abubakar, started this via a video presentation at the Food and Energy Security in Africa Conference in Lagos, organized by the YNKs in collaboration with African Development Bank and Nigerian Sovereign Investment Authority on Friday. The private sector holds the key to unlocking much of Nigeria's agricultural potential by investing in the advanced technologies and modern infrastructure and the value-added processing. Our businesses can drive transformative change. Yet, they understand that investing in agriculture comes with their inherent risks. The federal government says it is committed to creating an enabling environment through the policy reforms and the risk-skin mechanism. Also, the Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Ali Abdullahi, says the federal government has distributed 3.9 million doses of the Pes Romanis vaccines and 7.7 million doses of the new Castor disease vaccine to rural communities in the Plateau, Bauchi and Kano state over the last 5 years. He acknowledged the government's shortcomings in effectively achieving the food security across the country. In a statement by the union, says Abdullahi disclosed at the official closing meeting at the European Union support to livestock disease surveillance knowledge integration project in Abuja. The minister also stated that despite the concrete efforts, the work of the ministry in terms of food security is far from over, underscoring the need for continued focus, policy adjustment, and strategic interventions to address the ongoing challenges in the sector. And now, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has called on the businesses to prioritize compliance with health and safety regulations, emphasizing the importance of accurate branding and a proper handling of the regulated product. And NAFDAC Director General Professor Mojosola Adeyemi, represented by the Director of the Northwest Zone, Nothing Daddy, gave this charge during a panel session at the 2024 African Retail Congress recently held in Lagos. He stressed the need for retailers to familiarize themselves with local and international regulations governing the manufacture, the storage, and distribution of these products. The World Bank has identified $32 million in unaccounted funds in the Niger water sector project, raising concerns over likely embezzlement and mismanagement. Now, according to the newly released FY 2024 Sanction System Annual Report, the bank's integrity vice presidency, referred to as the INT in the report, flagged the discrepancies after the forensic review. The funds intended to bolster the water infrastructure were not adequately accounted for, prompting an intervention to safeguard the project's integrity. Now, in a decisive move to mitigate the risks, the World Bank engaged with the project team, including the Nigeria's tax team leader, operations manager, and a financial management specialist. And now to the foreign scene, Chinese leader Jinping has pledged to work with the incoming President Donald Trump in his final meeting with the current United States leader Joe Biden. The two met on Saturday on the sidelines of the annual Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in Peru, where they acknowledged the ups and downs in relations over Biden's 4 years in office. However, both highlighted the progress in lowering the tensions on issues such as the trade, and Taiwan analyst says the U.S.-China relations could become more volatile when Trump returns to office in 2 months, driven by factors including a promise to raise tariffs on Chinese imports. On the sports, Super Eagles' first choice Stanley Nwalobi and reliable wing-back Ola have been ruled out, and Ademola Lookman remains a huge doubt for Monday's 2025 AFCON qualifying finals day in the Group D fixtures against the Amavubi of Rwanda set for Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo, the Akwa Ibom State capital. And our report says Nwabali was the first to be excused from the team to attend to family matters in the aftermath of his father's demise on Thursday. It was a sore miss for his South African club Chippa United during the Saturday's penalties and defeat to the Sundowns in the semi-finals of the Home of Legends Cup, following a post-stating 1-1 draw in regulation time. Our his place was taken by Darren Johnson, just Maduka Zakoya, who manned the post for Nigeria in his state against the desperate side at the Nest of Champions. Haina has returned to England on the request of his club Nottingham Forest after the Premier League side pleaded with the coach Austin to release the defender early for this big game against Arsenal since Nigeria's AFCON ticket has been secured. Our YouTuber Jake Paul and Mike Tyson has raked in a combined $16 million from their exhibition and about the IT and the stadium in Arlington, Texas, with Paul earning $40 million and Tyson pocketing $20 million after the YouTuber turned the boxer secured unanimous decisions victory over the 58-year-old former heavyweight champion Paul. And after the 7 dominated the 8th round contest, winning by wide margins of all the 3 scorecards, 80-72, 79-73, and 79, as Tyson struggled to land the meaningful punches throughout the fight. The social media sensation who co-promoted the event throughout his most valuable promotions campaign alongside Netflix lived up to his pre-fight declaration of making $40 million while defeating a legend. His earnings were boosted by his promotional role in the event that generated the $17.8 million in gets receipt with over 70,000 fans in attendance. And to wrap up the News Express, let's take a look at some of the top stories. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has declared Lucky Ayedatiwa of the All Progressive Congress winner of Ondo State governorship election. President Bola Tinubu has met with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the presidential villa in Abuja. On the business, the federal government says it is seeking the collaboration of the private sector to help address the country's agricultural production challenges. And on the first scene, China's leader Jinping has pledged to work with the incoming president of the United States, Donald Trump, in his final meeting with the leader Joe Biden of US. On the sports, YouTuber Jake Paul and Mike Tyson is raked in a combined $60 million from the exhibition about at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, with Paul earning $40 million and Tyson pocketing $20 million after the YouTuber turned boxer secured unanimous decision victory over the 58-year-old former heavyweight champion. And as a package of News Express coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. A reminder that we are on DSTV channel 365, start time channel 276, and free to air on Nicomsat. You can watch us and follow our news on our social media platform at Global TV NG. On behalf of the entire production team, many thanks for staying with us. My name is Edikan Michael. See you again.